So, I want to talk in general about the lesson that this corona will give us. In the year 1918 to 1920, the world was also infected with the Spanish flu virus. The pandemic killed more than 50 million people. It spread slowly around the world and ended as slowly. Because the technologies in the world that time were not as developed as they are now. Now the whole world is as one country. All the nations are as one nation. Thanks to transport and other developments, we get everything very quickly and very easily and quickly move to any country. For this reason, this situation has spread very quickly around the world and will also quickly disappear in the near future. But if we do not learn this lesson, it will be repeated in a different way because nature wants to give us a lesson. The way a person lived and fled could lead to the end of the world by 2050 if this situation did not arise. Thus, this virus gives a person a lesson to return to consciousness, to turn inward, to be spiritual, and especially to love nature. And if people do not learn this lesson, it will be repeated by another type of virus or by many nature disasters. Spanish flu occurred at the between third and fourth part of the Industrial Revolution and technological development. Sometime after the epidemic of 1918, the peak of industrial and technological development is taking place in the world. People began to develop, but it was only external material development, in comparison with which the inner evolution and development of consciousness were minimal. Even when many specialist and development paths appeared in a growing and competitive society, a person did not turn inward. There was no place for the evolution of consciousness compared with the material evolution. Why didn't it take place? Because material development is very easy. Each next generation continues it from the point where it stopped during the previous generation. Thus, with the development of science, the material situation developed very quickly. But the problem is that the continuous and the users of development do not have the same level of consciousness that the discoverers had. For example, those who use the theory of relativity in their development do not have the same level of consciousness that the founder of this theory, Einstein, had. So why is it much more dangerous when it continues from where it stopped? Because in a much more higher material evolution, comparatively, more unconscious people use it. The evolution of consciousness does not happen this way. This is very individual process in which even genes develop spiritually. A spiritual journey must begin from zero and go deeper. Now it's time to return to the real home. Everyone must find their home inside. People must develop their spirituality, and then nature will automatically receive priority and will be protected by itself. This is the time when Saturn travels to his homes. Only recently on January 26, Saturn moved to Capricorn and will remain there for about 2.5 years. After that, he will move to Aquarius, whose owner he is also. In his house, he is very free and can do whatever he wants. He cleans and restores order because the next time he will be at home only after 27 to 30 years. Therefore, putting his house in order, he must throw and replenish a lot. Throwing out is what is happening now. And when Saturn moves to Aquarius, refilling and replacement will occur. This is the time to get good results in your life for those who are truly spiritual and live in harmony with nature. At this time, people will be divided into two parts: those who are spiritual and in harmony with nature, with small needs, and those who are outside of nature and have unlimited material needs Spiritual people will always be protected from such cases. These qualities are very individual, and both types of people can be in one nation, in one country. But now is the time to return to our inner, to unite, to protect nature, and begin a new path as a nation, as a country. So, good luck to all of you and have a good journey in yourself. Thanks.